Evening folks, and hope that you all had a really good weekend. Now I heard on the news today that there's talk of a vaccine being ready for December, maybe even January next year, and that they're already mass producing it based on the vaccine developed by Oxford University in the UK. And it got me thinking really, would you take this vaccine? Let's not forget that this vaccine has been developed in haste. It's been developed so rapidly, probably more so than any vaccine developed in the modern scientific age because of the widespread nature of COVID-19. Now, that has inherent risks with it. Now, I'm not one of these tinfoil hat wearing lunatics, but I am a conscientious, intelligent father who knows pretty much for sure that I would not allow my child to take this vaccine. And the reason is, it's been developed in such haste and it's been tested so hastily as well that we can't really know the long-term side effects. Now, I know that kids, toddlers, my 3-year-old, they're not really impacted heavily by COVID. In fact, they're absolutely, you can almost say 100% they're fine, unless they have pre-existing conditions. There are figures on kids under 10 dying very sadly from COVID. But there are literally a couple of cases. I don't know how many there are globally, but I read that it's minimal. Because unless they have a pre-existing condition, kids are massively outside of that risk group. And so I see no reason to rush giving our 3-year-old this vaccine that could potentially have serious long-term consequences. It could cause cancer. It could cause handicap. It could cause mental issues. We just don't know. And this scientific study, this is since January. This is since, this is in 9 months, 10 months of development. I just don't think they can know that a vaccine is completely safe, especially the fact that COVID is similar to what we've seen before in other coronaviruses, because coronavirus it consists of a group of viruses. Coronavirus, I think, incorporates 6 or 7 types of coronavirus. COVID-19 is one of the coronaviruses. And yet the vaccines we have for the other coronavirus groups of viruses haven't solved this for us. I certainly wouldn't rush to take a vaccine. I think I'm not in the risk group. I'm 40, getting on a bit, but I don't feel that I must take it. Now, on the other hand, if you're a 90-year-old, or an 80-year-old, you are firmly in that risk group and you may think that, well, what have I got to lose? I'd rather try a vaccine that might prolong my life than catch COVID and pretty much die. So, different ends of the spectrum here and different rationale in thinking about whether this is a good idea or not. But I just think it's really scary that this vaccine has been developed in less than 10 months. It's been tested in the last few months. In fact, one of the big pharmaceutical companies actually just suspended testing because they discovered some pretty severe side effects. Now, the Oxford University vaccine may not have been suspended and they may not have discovered any side effects during testing yet. But that's not to say that when it goes out to the wider public, that's when, I hope not, but they might discover something serious. So it's very scary and people have got some big decisions to make. When this vaccine is distributed, I don't know what is the plan for distribution. Who's it going to go to? Are they going to send them out to care homes first? Are they going to automatically issue it to the elderly first? There was talk on the news today that I saw about training people in general everyday healthcare to be able to administer the vaccine, including midwives, who are highly trained generally. But to be administering a critical vaccine like this, that's quite a responsibility, especially when we just don't know what the long-term side effects are yet. So I'm interested. For those of you watching this, thank you, first of all. Hit that subscribe button below because I'm nearly at 1,000 subscribers. Quite a long way off, actually, but And give the video a thumbs up, but also I'd like to hear from you. Will you take this vaccine when it's available? I wonder if there'll be a cost. Anyway, yeah, have a think about it. Drop a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. And thanks for watching.